It's November the 1st. Yesterday, on October the 31st, Mary ran the virtual New York Marathon. We just got back from that weekend away, and the video is linked up there if you're interested in watching it. It was brutal. Today, I have resolved to do something that I've never done in my life of running, or in my life because it encompasses both. I plan to run every single day in November to see purely what happens to my body because I've never done it. It's not going to be high intensity all the time, and it's not going to be long miles, but it's going to be interesting. I have, however, timed it wrong because I need to go out running now before I lose the light. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you what my baseline stats are as it stands so that you can see if there is a difference come the end of the month. Whew.
And while I'm out here on my first run in November, and you're probably watching this in December, some point in early December, let me tell you about something exciting that you're not too late for, which is I'm launching a competition to give one lucky subscriber, and you might think differently about being lucky if you have to work with me, but one subscriber the chance to be coached for free, which usually costs thousands, for the season 2021 from the 1st of January. And if you're watching this in 2021, don't fear, get subscribed, because I'll launch another one later on in this year too. It's fun for all the family.
Let's make something very, very clear from the outset of this video. If you've come here to look at a weight loss journey or think that this video is in any way about weight loss, you're in the wrong place, buddy. Because let me tell you, weight loss, and when I looked around, by the way, at the thumbnails out there on the internet for this kind of video, like day 1, day 30, it was always about weight loss. There was a before and after picture. And you know what? This channel, me, everything I do is about the process. And weight loss is an outcome. The fact is, weight loss is an outcome and a quick fix. Whereas creating a better life for ourselves, now that is a process goal. And that is something I can dig. And you know what? Here's the real secret. If you make exercise, running, triathlon, whatever it is, part of your daily healthy life, then weight loss, if that's something that you're into, happens naturally as a bonus, as a side effect, rather than the reason that you're doing it. It means that you are then in it for the long term, and whether your weight goes up or down a little bit while you're doing it, it doesn't matter. You're still a runner, you're still a triathlete. You're in it for life. So essentially, what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that this channel is here to give you the psychological and physical tools for you to be the best version of yourself every single day, to keep pushing forward, to keep being better, and to go through that lifelong process, falling in love with running, creating a relationship with exercise. So with that in mind, I wanted to focus this video on the things that I would want to see if I was watching a video. What would have been the differences that happened from start to finish of the month in someone that ran every day? This is day 1 proper. This is what I call the proper one because it's 6 AM on Monday morning for the second run, and I'm hoping it gets easier than this because that felt tough, even the first one. Right, let's get out.
I've made this video based on the things I would want to know about 30 days of running if I watched this video, if that makes sense. First up is heart rate, as in beats per minute, and did anything significant happen to my average heart rate over an easy zone 2 run? Then I wanted to know about stride length and cadence in steps per minute. Did this change at all, and if so, how and why? Did it improve my running? Did it help me avoid injury? The distance of the runs is a given. And how about pace? This experiment was about zone 2 training, but did anything happen to my average pace per kilometre whilst I was doing it?
And although it feels harder than maybe it should do at this time in the morning, I know it correlates because I can see it on my watch, heart rate wise. Day 5, and I've got to admit, everything's creaking, everything's aching already. I don't know if this was a great idea, but my glutes, my hip are in pain. I just don't know how I'm getting through it at the moment, but I'm gonna plug on, just hope for the best at this point really, because it's too early to bail out.
It was around the day 4 mark that I realised that something had to change or I'm not making it to the end, so I decided to consciously play with my stride length and cadence. If I reduced my stride, would it lessen the impact of each footstep? Would it help? And I had to have a semi-rest day by just covering 2 kilometres the next day on day 5.
Day 7, and I'm afraid to say it's going to be a lot harder than I suspected, because this is the second time in the first 7 days I've had to reduce my run down to 2 kilometers because I'm just getting pain. It started in the glutes and I had to take it down to 2 kilometers, and the next day I could run 5. Today it's in both hips after I ran 5k yesterday, the hip flexor muscles, so I've shortened it down to 2 kilometers. But what's important to me is not that I cover 5 kilometers a day, although that was the original plan. It's that I cover something a day. So I've just literally been out for 2 kilometers, 10 minutes. And psychologically, I think that's going to be a huge benefit when we get to day 20 or so, when I'm hoping I will be able to run 5 kilometers a day. Who knows? Fingers crossed. Oh my goodness, it's 6 AM on a Monday morning. This is probably the hardest time to do a run. But doing a run I am, but not just myself doing a run this morning. Can you see how I can't even form sentences? Mary's doing the run too. Right, let's do it. Whose idea was this?
Leave it to me.
Hers, actually.
Time will tell as to whether the changes I've made are going to make a big difference, but at the moment, with the pain reducing and me feeling like the 20 odd days ahead are more manageable, I can take that. That's alright by me. Certainly better than 5 or 6 days ago, the kind of discomfort and pain I was feeling, so let's keep the fingers crossed.
Day 17 now, and it is getting a little bit easier day by day, I have to admit. I'm getting less aches and pains. The hip pain is going away, and as is any glute pain. I've really reduced my cadence to try and counteract all of the aches and pains that I was getting, because I was wondering if I was, taking too many or taking too long a step, if that makes sense. So it seems to have worked, and if you'd have told me that I was going to run 17 days straight at the start of this, I never would have believed you. So very encouraging 17 days in, but I'm starting to get tired getting up at 6 o'clock each morning. Mind you, I only get up at 6:30 if I don't run, so.
It's day 19. I have to be super quiet because it's just gone 6 AM. And I've made the decision to just go 2 kilometers with Winnie. Have this as kind of my rest day because the legs are feeling it. So that was just 2 easy kilometers. That was it, really, because I just wanted to keep the run streak going, keep it all ticking over, but at the same time give my legs a breather, because I've done 5 days of 5 kilometers or more, and my body is just getting used to this new feeling. So just trying not to push here. I'm getting a couple of aches and pains, but nothing more. Let's keep it that way.
As soon as I got into the 20s, something significant changed. I no longer felt like I needed to run less than 5 kilometers on any day, although I did once just as a precaution after a couple of long runs at the weekend. I got into an amazing rhythm of 5 kilometers in the week and 2 longer runs at the weekend with Mary during daylight. Everything I wanted to happen happened, and everything I feared never materialised. Did I have aches and pains? Yeah, but nothing that worried me enough to stop this incredible journey of self-discovery.
This is actually my penultimate day. This is what day is it today? 29th? It's day 29 of running every single day, and we've just done 8k. So not long, but I feel absolutely fantastic. Like no pains. I really didn't see this coming. I actually didn't think I was going to make it.
Yeah.
So certainly not in the early days with all those aches and pains, but now, there are slight aches and pains, but not when I'm running. That's it now. I got 1 more day of running.
Enjoy your stay.
I really will. In fact, I think I'll enjoy my slight lie-in the next day a little bit more. Mary's back to dog walking in the morning, which she's really looking forward to.
I think it's very selfish of you to quit.
Quit running after a month. This is indeed a momentous occasion for me and, of course, my new ridiculous hair. Let's go, last run. It's funny that this is probably the least comfortable I've felt for a little while, but then I can put it down to having done, you know, slightly longer kilometres over the weekend, and it's a Monday morning. But it's not comfortable. I should probably qualify that with it's not comfortable in the legs. They're a little achy. Heart rate wise, I'm about as low as I've ever been. Really comfortable for a 5k, easy. You know, that has been a dramatic difference from start to finish of this. I suppose in a way I'll be excited and sad that this is over. On the one hand, I'm excited because it is quite punishing on the mentality, running every single morning in a dark, cold country, but on the positive, I've really told my brain what is possible. I've showed my body what is possible, so there is a lot of potential here. Hold on, is that a car or a runner? What is that? It's another runner. Don't see many of them. Morning. Morning. Oh, he was lit up better than I was, like a Christmas tree. That's it. Last run done. Ooh. There's something quite special about that. Just, again, not so special about my hair. 30 days on the bounce of running in the bag, and I never thought that would be possible at the start of this.
So as I sit here now, it's the 5th of December. I'm 5 days removed from 30 days of back-to-back running, and here are the key takeaways, and I cannot believe that they were quite as dramatic as they were. And the first one is that I have reduced my heart rate, beats per minute, by over 10 beats per minute on average in only 1 month, which means, what's that, 100 beats per 10 minutes, which is 600 beats per hour. If I want to do a half marathon, just think about that extra kind of almost heart rate bandwidth. What if I wanted to go up through the gears? What can I now do with that extra efficient heart? I'm excited about that. And the other thing is that because I reduced my stride length and increased my cadence, I was able to negotiate my way through potential injuries by making sure that the impact that goes through my feet is lessened in every stride, just a little bit, tiny bit. But about 5 strikes per minute is all it needed to make that small adjustment. So again, I can train more consistently and remain more injury free. But here's the biggest takeaway. Are you ready for this? Pay attention, because this is the biggest thing that I have learned throughout the 30 days of training. My brain is the thing that limits me way more than my body. If I'd have given up after 5 or 6 days when I felt like I was about to be injured, I never would have experienced what I have experienced. And that is priceless. Priceless to the point, actually, I'm running a half marathon tomorrow, having not run over 10k for about 2 or 3 months now. But I just know I can. I'm limiting myself by thinking I can't. You are limiting yourself by thinking you can't. One caveat, am I going to continue to do this? Am I going to continue to run every day? And the answer is no, because I do firmly believe, although this has taught me some valuable lessons, that the wear and tear on my body over the long term is just not worth me running every day. It doesn't justify me doing it. Some people might get away with it. I still wouldn't recommend it as a coach, but what I will preach is consistency and dedication and not giving up, and just realizing that actually you're probably more capable than you've ever given yourself credit for. Check in next week, because I will have run the half marathon and I am going to go for it and see what's in the tank. I've no right to run a PB, but I'm going to give it my best shot anyway. I'll see you Wednesday.